Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. So the Washington Wizards have been a huge disappointment early on in this NBA season. Currently have a record of 5-11 and is 11th place in the Eastern Conference. So Adrian Woj of ESPN actually just went on the record to say that the Wizards management is open to trading every single one of their players. That is including John Wall and Bradley Beal. So for today's video, we are actually going to do a trade everybody challenge. So basically how this video is going to work is I have to trade every single member of the team right here with the hopes of building a better squad and winning an NBA championship. Now keep in mind as we go through this video, like let's say I trade for Andre Drummond. Like I cannot trade Andre Drummond later on in the video. He will officially be on the team. This prevents me from just going out there and like stacking the roster and stuff like that. So yeah, if you guys want some more challenges like this, be sure to drop a like on this video. And as I go through the simulation and stuff like that, I'm actually going to talk about the real life situation of the Washington Wizards and what exactly I think they should do. So let's go ahead and hit up this trade finder. I guess we'll look at John Wall first. Not gonna lie, man, he's a great player, but he does kind of have a bitch-ass contract. I mean, he's owed a lot of money over the next 4 or 5 seasons. But as far as trades available, we have Ben Simmons, JJ Redick. That's not too bad right there. Like that could literally be our starting backcourt. Would be good to go. But I'd like to see if I can get more of a superstar for John Wall at this point, since it's a one-year simulation. In the long term, yeah, that'd be great for us. But short term, not so much. Chris Milton, Malcolm Brogdon. We got Al Horford, Terry Rozier, Taurean Prince in a draft pick, which is useless for us. Dragic and Hassan Whiteside, Kemba Walker, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. This is not too bad right here, man, because Kemba Walker just had a 60-point game, so who knows what we could do for him, and plus getting him first, it will allow us to kind of build around Kemba Walker. Frank Ntilikina, Tim Hardaway, we got Alonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Dennis Smith, DeAndre Jordan, Jamal Murray, Paul Millsap, Victor Oladipo. Ooh, that is also a very nice trade. And we get Bojan Bogdanovic. That's actually a really good trade, man. That might be the move right there. Drew Holiday, Julius Randle, we got Andre Drummond, Reggie Jackson, Kyle Lowry, Danny Green, Chris Paul, LaMarcus Aldridge, Paul George, and Dennis Schroeder. Also not a bad trade at all. But really, man, I feel like the difference here in all these trades is with this Victor Oladipo one, I also get Bojan in the trade also, and I just lose Ian Mahimi to do it, and John Wall, of course. But yeah, man, I'm doing this trade. Victor Oladipo, welcome to the team. All right, next up, obviously got to look. Actually, I'm going to say Bradley Beal for now. I'm going to try to see if I can, trade Otto Porter and maybe Dwight Howard together and get, a third option of the team, then have Bradley Beal kind of fill in the blank with that. So we got JJ Redick, Wilson Chandler. Actually, let me try this. Let me try some first-round draft picks. Okay, I can only do one at a time. See if that, ups the ante a little bit. And not really so much. I mean, Lou Williams, Neil Gallinari, that's okay. Mike Conley could be our starting point guard, I guess. Taurean Prince, Jeremy Lin, Josh Richardson, Hassan Whiteside. I like that trade a lot already, man. Hassan Whiteside's been a beast this season. And it's we improve in both aspects. Josh Richardson also great. Could be our starting small forward. See if anything else really pop. Ooh, Blake Griffin. And I'm not saying that because I'm just a Pistons fan, man. But I'm saying that because we get an 87 overall player on this team for a 79 and an 80. Steven Adams is also really nice, man. I think Blake Griffin is probably the way to go, though. Because this is the other one I was thinking about. Because Josh Richardson, Hassan Whiteside, that's also very nice. But I think I'm going to go Blake Griffin. I'm trying to go with the higher overall player. And he's had a 50-point game for the Pistons this year. Blake Griffin, welcome to the team. All right, we got our shooting guard. We got our power forward. Next up, we are going to trade. We really even got our small forward realistically. Bradley Beal probably going for a point guard in this situation, but maybe, well, I'll even toss in Austin Rivers. Another first-round draft pick. Going for a point guard, though. Also need a center. We got Zach Lavine. I do like him a lot. It's just, we already got Victor Oladipo as shooting guard. We also got a small forward. I guess Lavine probably could play point guard if needed, but not sure I'm sold about that. We got Jaylen Brown, Al Horford. We got Tobias Harris, Neil Gallinari, Marcus Gasol, Mike Conley. See, this trade I like a lot right here, man, just because, it gives us 2 veterans on the squad, and it takes care of, 2 things out there for us. So, not, the highest of overall rated players. Would I rather have Marcus Gasol, Mike Conley, or Goran Dragic and Hassan Whiteside? I think Mike Conley. Oh, Kemba Walker, man. That's who I needed a point guard, and I could just find a center. So, ooh, man, that was a nice trade, too. We also got Drummond and Reggie Jackson. Oh, my God. Oh, that might even be better. Kyle Lowry and Jonas Valanciunas. Sorry, guys, I dropped my microphone. I always drop my mic. Always be dropping the mic. Paul George and Steven Adams. How can I make that work? I could make it work because I could just use Bojan off the bench. Oh, my God, man. Klay Thompson and Dre. Okay, that's the trade, guys. I mean, but how do I make that work? Because I I already have Blake Griffin at power forward. Do I use Draymond off the bench? Do I try Victor at point guard maybe? There's no way I can pass up on this trade. Plain and simple, guys. That's way too good for us. I'm going to make it work somehow. I have no idea yet how I'm going to. Let me actually see what happens if I put Victor at point guard. Damn, he goes down 3 points. I'm thinking, what if we put him at? If we put Blake at center, it's 86 overall. Play a little small ball. Could make that work. I think that's probably the move there, guys. And now we have to look for a point guard, of course. Clay as small forward right there. And then Draymond playing power forward. His defense, should be able to... I mean, Blake Griffin is 6'10". It's not like he's short out there. So the floor stretching should be nice. But we definitely need a good, solid point guard. Now, not anybody too amazing, but, something to make it happen out there. So, and we need some bench players still here, too. All right. Let's look for that point guard. Point guard of the future. I still really want to somehow get Kemba Walker. I don't think that's going to happen based off our talent now. Dinwiddie and Shabazz Napier, that right there might be the deal because Shabazz could be a good backup for us anyway. And we got Sabonis and Darren Collison. Sabonis off the bench seems kind of nice too, man. Dennis Schroeder, D. Rose, and Taj Gibson. All right, so I'm definitely deciding between Derrick Rose and Taj Gibson or Sabonis and Darren Collison. Darren brings us some good three-point shooting at least, and we get Sabonis will be great off the bench for us. But I mean, Derrick Rose has been pretty nice, and Taj Gibson's great too. What's his three-point shooting stats? I mean, I know he's not a great three-point shooter. He got it, 84 three-point shot for D Rose now. You know what, man? I respect what D Rose has been doing this season. Y'all better drop a like for this man, D Rose. He's gonna be the point guard of this team. Hey, wait. Okay, wait, I gotta do a trade exception. Okay, that's fine. So I feel like our starting five is in place. It is looking pretty dang good. Definitely have to focus on the bench. We got Bojan, we got Gibson. I need a backup point guard still. So, okay, so Dwight Bikes. I don't remember trading for him. I guess he could be backup point guard. Stanley Johnson we have on the team here too. But let's try to get a better backup point guard. I would say that's probably my number one priority. TJ McConnell's not bad. Ooh, Brook Lopez off the bench. I mean, I said. Ooh, we also do Montrezl Harrell. Although I have Taj Gibson at the 4 spot, so I think I'd prefer to have a three-point shooter at the 5. And we got some really good offers, man. We got Lance Stevenson and JaVale McGee. But, Dinwiddie again, too, and Ed Davis. I mean, that could be our backup point guard for us. And we get Ed Davis out of it, who's okay. But Brook Lopez has been fantastic. I'm doing the Brook Lopez trade just because I'm trying to think of, my offense out there and what exactly I need. So I'm going to do that one. Next up. Definitely still need that point guard. And probably a shooting guard too. It's getting kind of low out here. Actually, no, man. Yeah, Smith is our last player we can trade. So we either need a shooting guard or a point guard. I'm thinking probably a shooting guard. I'm going to toss in the future first. See what that gets us. Okay, we got Pat Conahay out there. We got Antonio Blakeney. Rodney Hood. What's his rating? He's a 74 overall now. Montrezl Harrell once again. Shelvin Mack. Wayne Ellington might be the move there, guys. I'll probably say he's going to be the move. We got JaVale, Michael Beasley. Good signings, just don't really need those type of players right now. Barea. There's Dinwiddie and Shabazz. That actually takes care of point guard and shooting guard because I will just put Shabazz probably at shooting guard and be okay with that. That's actually way too good a trade if I'm being honest here, man. That's too good a trade. That's not even fair, man. That's a snipe. Although it's, else got to go with the second. Now I'll do that. And I'm pretty sure the whole team is now officially set. So let's go ahead. Yeah, Bogdan is going to be small forward. We got Brooke out there. Dinwiddie at point guard. Taj, shooting guard for Shabazz. He goes up to a 78 overall player. As far as the starting 5 goes, looking like this with D Rose, Victor, Klay Thompson, Draymond, Blake Griffin. The spacing's great. The defense, Klay Thompson, Draymond's great at defense, and Oladipo's great at defense. I believe he was the league leader in steals last season. Blake Griffin, it's such a small ball team these days that it's okay. I'm not too salty about that. I do want to get my stars playing a bit more out there. I want to get D Rose at about 33 a game. Oladipo got me playing a lot more. He's our star of this team alongside Klay Thompson. So yeah, definitely going with a more tight rotation. Let's get Klay Thompson at about 37. We'll do that. We'll get Blake Griffin playing quite a few more minutes too. And yeah, man, Taj Gibson really don't gotta play all that much. I could care less if Taj plays. So yeah, and we'll do D Rose at 35. Let's go ahead and hit up our system proficiency. Post-centric creates mismatches versus poor interior defenders. Can create open perimeter shots from double teams. Increases chance for fouls and free throws. Doesn't sound too bad. We got the triangle. We got 7 second. This team is small ball, so it might be best to run it out there and stuff. Increase the 3-point opportunities. We do have a lot of good 3-point shooters on this team. I'm gonna go with pace and space, I think, guys. All right, so the team is set. Do you feel like this team right here is better than the current Washington Wizards? You better say yes, or I'm just gonna question your sanity. If not, let me know in the comment section below. Do you think maybe I could have done Draymond as center and maybe gone with like Blake Griffin? Let me actually take a look at that real quick. Not that it's like a big deal, but I think I would prefer to have Blake Griffin roaming around on the 3-point line. So you put Draymond at center, he goes right there, and then we put him back at that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that because Draymond's played center before, man. Like he does it in the small ball lineup. It should be fine. His defense is there, right? Okay, simulation time. Let me go ahead and turn off trades real quick here. And all right, we got trades off just so the simulation goes a bit quicker for us. Let's talk about the real life situation of the Washington Wizards. So, my team is not starting. Oh my God, what's going on, man? Y'all bitch ass is cursed. Okay, it's going better now, man. I'm not even gonna look at the right guy. I don't even want to see it. We might actually. Oh my God, yo, I gotta switch up the lineup. This is not ideal here, guys. I am gonna go with Draymond back at power forward, but I'm gonna put. I got him back at power forward, but I'm actually going to put him off the bench, I think, guys. I think that's probably the move, is Draymond off the bench, and I'm going to put Bogdan right there. I don't know, man. Or I'm sorry, Brook Lopez right there. He's still going to play a lot, but I mean, like, that lineup was not succeeding, so I need a more natural center out there, right? All right, hopefully that fixes things a bit. Let's go back to system proficiency. I think I'm just going to go with the post-centric, actually, because I want to win the championship, bro. It's his specialty. I mean, Scott Brooks probably going to get fired eventually, but still, man, it's his specialty at the moment. Maybe we should trade away the coach. Is that a thing? But yeah, as far as John Wall, Bradley Beal, so basically it's like, if I had to choose between those two guys, who am I going with? Well, John Wall's 28, Bradley Beal is 25. Bradley is averaging about 22 points per game, where John Wall's at 21, so similar in that regards. John Wall is a bit of a better defender at 2 steals compared to 1. They're both averaging 1.1 blocks. John Wall has the assists out there. Bradley Beal is a little bit better at rebounding. Looking at the field goal percentage, they are both shooting 17 shots per game and both shooting 45%. 3-point shot, 34% compared to 33% for John Wall. So it's like, at the end of the day, man, these players are playing similar. I know John Wall is more of like the sexier name out there, where it's like, yeah, man, John Wall, that guy's an all-star, and people don't quite give Bradley Beal the credit. But based off of John Wall's contract situation and being 3 years older than Bradley Beal, I think it's no doubt in my mind that you trade John Wall. If you can get a good value trade for him, which is going to be tough to based off his contract, you trade him, man, and you invest in Bradley Beal. Plain and simple. John Wall's, I can't really say he's not really a good 3-point shooter, because Bradley Beal's, shooting the same on the season, but let me actually pull up Bradley Beal's stats from last year and see how he was doing from the 3-point shot. Last year shot, 38%, 40% the year before that. So he is kind of slumping out there, where John Wall is notoriously not really a good 3-point shooter. So it's like, I do think there's big time chemistry issues. I feel like you trade John Wall, you try to get more of a, like a guy that can still like shoot a bit better, but isn't afraid to pass the ball off. A guy that doesn't really need to be that first option. I think you allow Bradley Beal to be the first, or the first option on the team. Dwight Howard, I don't know how much money he's getting paid, but it might be time to get rid of him and just do something with that. Otto Porter, I still think has a place on this team. It's another situation where the contract is so bad. It's such a bad contract. I mean, he's only averaging 11 points per game this season, but Otto Porter is the type of player you hope becomes good, because he's 6'8". He's the perfect height for the small forward position. I think his defense is decent. He's averaging about a steal a game and almost a block. Doesn't really turn the ball over at all. I mean, he might get like 1 a game, but still, man. So I feel like you do that. You keep Otto, you trade John Wall, keep Bradley Beal. Maybe, I don't know. Would you even consider like trading John Wall and trying to get like a good draft pick and going for like an RJ Barrett or Zion Williamson in free agent or in the draft? I don't know, man. It's because I don't really know what the market is for John Wall with that contract. I know I saw one trade of somebody saying Gordon Hayward and Jaylen Brown for Markieff Morris and John Wall, which isn't too bad. You reunite the Morris twins, and also you get you get Bradley Beal, who I would say is probably better than Jaylen Brown at this point. So, no, I'm sorry. It was Yeah, it was Bradley Beal and Markieff Morris, not John Wall. It was Bradley Beal and Markieff Morris, not, yeah. All right, whatever, bro. We got Giannis as the MVP, DeAndre Ayton Rookie of the Year. We got Blake Griffin as most improved at 20 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists. So he played nice. 3-point shot wasn't falling as great as I thought it would. But yeah, Blake did make the All-NBA third team. Mike Conley, All-NBA third team also. So maybe I should have traded for him. Paul George, I could have got at 1.2, but we got Draymond Green making the All-Defensive second team now on the bench. And we are the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference. So I don't know, man. Maybe Scott Brooks is just a bad coach, because I look at this team right here, and I don't know how it just did that bad. This team is a freaking 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference. Oladipo 17-8-4, Klay Thompson at small forward. How is he only averaging 16? I will never know, baby. I will never know, man. Only 12 shots per game. Derrick Rose played nice out there. Brook Lopez, Dinwiddie. Bench unit was great for us. So I'm not quite sure, man. I don't know where this team went wrong, but we do have the Boston Celtics in the first round. Simulate current round right here, and got game 1, lost game 2. We might just lose in the first round, and it might just be good. But we're actually up 3-1, 3-2. Tied series, and we lose in the first round in the 7-game series. Guys, I want you to try this challenge out in the on your NBA 2K game. Let me know in the comment section below which type of team you put together, or let me know on Twitter at KrispyFlakes2K. This was tough though, man, because I don't know if it's 2K has its favorites when it comes to simulations. I don't know what it is, but the team turned out good. I thought it just didn't win games. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you are new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.